think I'd like to talk a bit about some of the negative health effects that being too lean can have on a man, because we hear a lot about women and losing their periods when they're severely underweight and things like that, but it's not really talked a lot about how some of the unique things that can happen to men when they're underweight, and definitely some of these things have happened to me. So one of the biggest things which affects men is loss of testosterone, natural testosterone production. And that's something that happened to me during my time when I was suffering, and actually to this day it still affects me. And because of the period of time that I was underweight, my testosterone production has been shut down, and it's not going to kick back up. So because of that, I am on lifelong hormone replacement therapy, which is provided by the hospital. But obviously that's, it's not the ideal way to produce testosterone. Obviously, it's something that should be produced by your body naturally. So but that's something that your body does in reaction to starvation. It stops producing testosterone, because testosterone is a hormone that attracts you to females, and it gives you aggression and energy and things like that. And when you're starving, the last thing you're thinking about doing is bringing another human into the world. And you're not thinking about being attracted to the opposite sex, because literally all you're thinking about is surviving when you're so low body fat and underweight. And testosterone has so many positive effects on the body, which obviously when it's low, all of those things are suppressed. So like testosterone helps with your mood. So I often I suffered very low mood, and was very irritable and low energy. I didn't have any interest in women at all. And also, testosterone is really important for maintaining and building muscle mass. And that was one of the reasons why I began exercising more, was because I wanted to look muscular and more attractive to females. But then, my testosterone was shut down by being so underweight that I wasn't able to build muscle. In fact, I was just losing muscle, and I had no interest in the other sex. So really, everything that I wanted to happen from losing weight didn't happen at all. In fact, it was the complete opposite. So my puberty was also delayed, because a lot of my period where I was underweight was during the time when I would have been going through puberty, sort of ages like 11 to 14, when all the boys' voices start to drop and things, and they go through all of that process. That didn't happen to me. Because everything was shut down, basically. My puberty was really delayed, and really until I started the hormone replacement when I was about 15 or 16, my puberty didn't really start. And also my height, I was always in my younger years, I was always one of the tallest in my class, and one of the sort of bigger framed ones. But now people that were shorter than me when I was younger, now towering above me. And that's not to say that wouldn't have happened anyway, but going by how tall my dad is and the rest of my family, you would have expected me to have been quite a bit taller than I am now. And I'm 20. There's probably not that much more growth that's gonna occur, really. I quite possibly have stunted my height growth as well, by lack of nutrition and over exercise and that sort of thing. So some of the other more common side effects that I've experienced is sort of like low pulse. My pulse when I was very underweight was around 40, which if you're an athlete, that's, you know, that's quite a good thing to have a low pulse. Like, it's a sign that you're cardiovascularly you're very healthy. Like, some of the elite marathon runners will have pulses 40 or below, but that's because they train in such a way where their heart becomes more efficient, so it doesn't need to pump as much to produce the same amount of blood flow. But for me, the reason why my heart was slowing down was because it was getting weaker and weaker, and literally, if that had have continued and my pulse had have kept dropping, there would have come a point where it would have just shut down, and obviously, then I wouldn't be here, So I also suffer a lot with blood pressure problems, postural hypotension, which is where, when you go from sitting down to standing up, your blood pressure drops significantly, and it can often cause you to black out and things. So quite often, if I stand up too quickly, or if I bend backwards and then lean forwards too quickly, I will fall over or black out. And I've done that quite recently, actually. Like, I was just stretching, and then I leaned forward and I fell over, and and I was on my own in the house, and I knocked my head, and I had quite a big head injury. But if no one's around to in that situation, and and you do happen to pass out, that that could be a really serious issue. That's some of the negative health effects that I've suffered throughout my eating disorder, and some of the things that are more specific to males suffering with anorexia, which is something that's not really covered as much as I think it should be now, because there's a lot of sort of stigma around the fact that eating disorders only really affect women, but I think it needs to be highlighted that it is actually something that affects men as well as women, and I know it's not to the same extent, but obviously it is still an issue for males, and also with the fitness industry now, and it's ever growing, and there's all these competitions, and in the magazines you see all these fitness superstars and whatnot, and they're all promoting having like a ripped physique and like needing to look like this. So that there is that pressure on men as well as women now. So I do think that needs to be I do think it's something that needs to be addressed more, and that's what I'm trying to do with this channel, really. So that's gonna conclude this video. As always, if you enjoyed it, then please leave a like and make sure that you subscribe to my channel, because I'll be posting about 4 or 5 videos a week. I'm gonna film a full day of eating fairly soon, show you guys what my current diet is looking like. My Instagram is in the description box below. I hope you all have a good day. I'll see you later.